It exists in nearly every country in the world. Hidden human trafficking operations are tucked away in remote locations where children are sold for sex. Operation Underground Railroad was created by a former FBI agent in 2013 to find these victims and track down their predators for prosecution.
They're this age, and they're this age, being forced into sexual exploitation.
Well, I've been following them for quite a while, Operation Underground Railroad, and my son works local sex trafficking here in town as a detective. And so it just became something that the more I dug into it and the more I learned about it, I was just amazed at the amount of children human trafficking going on throughout not only our nation, but the entire world.
An estimated 2 million children are being held against their will as sex slaves. Operation Underground Railroad founder and CEO Tim Ballard flew into St. George Town Square by helicopter. He was accompanied by Utah's Attorney General, who was a leader and international voice in the fight against human trafficking.
So as I'm sitting with the bad guys and they're the last door between us and the children, I'm feeling their light. They're just barely, they're just almost there. And that's the light that these kids have, and they feel it. And even though our guys are pretending to be bad guys, trolling around in this place and making a deal, one of these children walked up to my operator. I just broke down. I just saw this, and handed him a note. And he walked out, put it in his pocket, like, "What's this? I mean, she should think I'm a bad guy right now." He walked out. He opened it up and just broke down. It just said, "Help us, please."
Kids around the world, many of them had lost hope. They had stopped praying. They felt no one was looking for them anymore. Well, now because of O.U.R, kids around the world have hope. O.U.R is bringing hope and light and love, and it's because of supporters like you that they are able to do that. And kids now have hope that their prayers will be answered. One more round of applause for Tim Ballard and Operation Underground Railroad.
Ballard said the best way to get the message out is to get loud. It's all about education.
I'm a mother of 4, and it's important because when I think about the possibility of it happening to one of my children or my nieces or nephews, that's the sound of it is just heartbreaking.
And I believe that's why the awareness needs to be spread and not just think, oh, it's not happening in our town. Especially in St. George, everyone has the mentality of it just being a really safe town, and which it is, but it happens everywhere.
And it can happen to anyone.
Anyone, literally anybody.
About 3,000 supporters joined in a mile-long walk and fundraiser to create awareness that child trafficking is real and needs to be stopped. Holding signs and wearing T-shirts promoting these efforts, supporters want to make a difference in the world.
Why are you doing this today?
To support the children, save the children. We just want to end child slavery, child trafficking. It's a horrible, horrible thing, and it's overlooked in this country so much during this time. So we want to help make a difference.
We're feeling grateful to be in a country that we can come and do this.
Since the coronavirus pandemic, child trafficking is said to have gone up significantly. Parents and even teachers are hoping their efforts will break the silence.
I'm very aware that the statistics for child abuse and everything has gone up. I didn't know it was 40%, but that's what's being reported statistically. And I'm a school teacher. I know the safest place for students, kids, is in school with us. And so I'm very disturbed by these statistics. If it's gone up 40%, we got to get kids back to school.
Faithful to his mission since 2013, Ballard has never given up on a search for a little boy who was abducted in Haiti named Gardy.
We went looking for this little boy. We haven't found him yet. But we went looking for him. He'd already gone. He'd already been sold. But we ended up rescuing 28 children. And from that place, doing an undercover sting operation.
Ballard and his wife even adopted 2 children he's rescued. He plans on building a local museum in St. George to celebrate the 4,000 child victims already saved.
You know the old sheriff office? Like from the 19th century, there's an old sheriff office around here somewhere? And there's a little jail. So we're going to be turning that into an O.U.R museum.
Operation Underground Railroad is asking supporters to rise up both physically and financially to help in this worthwhile cause.
Because we need to all be aware of those signs and symptoms and be spotting and, spot those and be looking for those to help people and reach out.
In St. George, Melissa Anderson, Community Education News.